Good evening from Columbia, Missouri, where Faurot Field is set for another opening week showcase under the lights. Tonight, the Missouri Tigers begin their 2026 campaign as they host FCS Midwest, aka Arkansas Pine Bluff, in a Thursday night matchup. Missouri will look to establish the ground game early behind preseason second-team All-SEC junior running back Ahmad Hardy, a powerful and explosive playmaker expected to be the centerpiece of the Tiger offense this season. For the visitors, it's a chance to test themselves against one of the SEC's rising programs on one of college football's biggest stages. The pageantry, the anticipation, and the excitement of a new season are all here. From Columbia, Week 1 rolls on. FCS Midwest / Arkansas Pine Bluff and the Missouri Tigers are ready to kick it off.
Great to have you with us from Faurot Field, Memorial Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. A Week 1 showdown between two teams hoping to get things started on a great note. It's the Thunderbirds and the Missouri Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Missouri continues to compete in the SEC, finishing 8-5 last season, a bit of a down year. They do have a talented young quarterback stepping in. Five-star recruit Austin Simmons comes in the transfer portal. See what Eli Drinkwitz is able to do with this young talented QB this season. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. So the Missouri Tigers kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Now the Thunderbirds offense who will have the football first. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves, take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
Nah, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some...
And down he goes back at the 3.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Find some fresh air. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. And it's the Thunderbirds will line up to punt it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. The Tigers offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. A big challenge in this matchup is for the linebackers to be able to hold their ground, something they haven't always been successful at doing. Austin Simmons, the play fake. Looking left. It's caught. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Missouri wants to go fast.
Well, it'll be interesting to see the passing attack for Missouri this year under Eli Drinkwitz. He's done a pretty good job in recent years of going to the portal and finding his guy. Now, obviously, you lose Bo Prabula. He was only in.
Tons of room in the middle. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And a huge huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finding themselves, makes the grab in their space. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. Out of the gun to give to the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Jackson gonna throw it. Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Thunderbirds decide to punt it away. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Simmons. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Now facing a 3rd and long. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Here's the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. They'll start this drive going to the air. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. And it's the Thunderbirds will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. He's up to 57 yards rushing in the early going, and he is making an impact in the first game of the season. They'll give it to him again. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll move the tight end. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hardy. Oh my, circle, circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down. They'll give it to Hardy. Got enough for the first. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Motion from the wideout. Hard running there. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. On 1st and goal, Missouri will try to strike Pater. Here's Simmons to throw. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Missouri! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They score for this big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary and make that big play.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They've gotten very little done on their first 3 possessions, hoping this one will be more productive. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Jackson will throw. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Thunderbirds line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Let's see what he can do with it. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They go play action with Simmons. Going for the big play. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
And a really nice job by the quarterback. He drops back. He knows where he's going with the football. You can tell he sees this guy coming from left to right, running that post down the middle of the field, throws it. Perfect timing to his receiver. He catches the football, takes it into the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. Creates a little space. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. And it's the Thunderbirds racing to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Completes the shuffle pass. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Thunderbirds will try to pin them back with the punt. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Upstairs, he's got it. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Off the RPO, complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Throwing Simmons. He's got him. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. 4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Jackson gonna throw it. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. And it's the Thunderbirds who will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Now on the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. He's had a day, 103 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. Simmons. Zings it complete to the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Here's a give to Hardy. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. They give it to him again. Runs through the tackle. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. Pulls it on the option. Could be an alley. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The run inside. It's Hardy. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got it again. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they can become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. And we'll stop play right now. We have an injury timeout. You hate to see this, all of the work in the offseason, and injury this early in the year. Coming out with it, it's Jenkins. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. Quickly complete. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. The Thunderbirds can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. With the catch, it's Dorsett. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? They'll try to power their way ahead. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And it's the Thunderbirds come to the line with a new set of downs. Quickly out to the tight end. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And that's good enough for a first down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Jackson will throw. Dumps it off in the flats. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Thunderbirds send out the punt unit. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Spins away from the defense. Off to the races to the right. Past the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. His 3rd touchdown of this game, and his 3rd on the season. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, punt, David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Jackson gonna throw it. Rushes on him. And they got him.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And it's the Thunderbirds will punt it away on 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. He'll field the punt. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Here's Simmons to throw. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Set up for the 1st down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on 1st down. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Throwing Simmons. Pocket breaking down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Jackson will throw. Looking down the middle. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. They'll go to the counter play. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's open things up with Georgia Tech taking on the Colorado Buffaloes. And it's the Yellow Jackets trying to win the home opener. They've got the lead midway through the first half. Now back to your game at Memorial Stadium. This tight end is enjoying quite the day through 2 quarters. It's amazing how athletic tight ends are now and just how much they're utilized. He's played a starring role in giving them this halftime lead.
He'll return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Right back to Hardy. He'll be brought down, but it'll move the chains for Mizzou. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking for room to the right, it's Hardy. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Wants to adjust the pattern. The give to Hardy. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Tigers have this offense rolling. They'll give it to Hardy. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They'll go to the counter. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Simmons. Here comes the heat. Took a shot as he threw. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Wide receiver going in motion. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on 3rd. Finds a tight end down the gut. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. And the Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The give on the option. Fights off a defender. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. One more time, it's Hardy. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Missouri has it ready to go with another 1st down. From the gun, give to Hardy. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll try the right side with Hardy. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And added on again, this offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. The Thunderbirds in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gets the back moving. To the air on 2nd down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. The RPO, it's complete. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. And it's the Thunderbirds will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
There we go, defense. That's the play you needed to have. All night long, you've been giving up big ones to this offense. That's why you're in the position you're in right now, down by multiple possessions. But finally, they come away with their first sack.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Here's Simmons to throw. Get it out on the screen. Runs through a tackle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. It'll be 3rd and long. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they won't be able to down.
All right, I think we can get the backups in there. Missouri absolutely crushing FCS Midwest / Arkansas Pine Bluff today. So let's get the backups in there. It says they've got the backups in, but I never believe them because the starters were definitely just playing that last drive. There we go.
So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Now on 2nd down. They'll run the counter. Maybe a crease. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. They go to the counter. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. 3rd and 8. They've gotten off to a great start with a season-opening victory. Let's take a look at what's on the schedule for next week. If you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
0 points on the day. That's really all you have to say about this offense. It's been a struggle fest. They've been riding the struggle bus. They haven't done anything right today.
The Thunderbirds will punt this one away. My goodness, he unloads on that one. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Using his legs, it's Roberts. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now 1st down from the 37. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Hands it off. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Offense working from the pistol. They go to the ground. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. There's never a good time for it, but man, do you hate to see it in the first game of the season. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. The give to the tailback.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to throw, it's Burns. Right on the money. Runs through a man, and he might have space. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. They'll move the wide receiver. Running inside, it's Roberts.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
He'll run it again. Might have a chance. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The option, the keeper. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week 1 sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They'll start this drive going to the air. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And it's the Thunderbirds will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Roberts. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. He gets it inside the 40, but he stopped at the 39, and that's not quite enough for the first down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. He's looking to pass. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. The Thunderbirds decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and take it back. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They'll keep it on the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The give on the counter. Got room to work. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Pulls it on the option. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. With the clock running, this should be the final play. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
So Heisman hopeful Ahmad Hardy has a monster game with over 260 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns as Missouri destroys FCS Midwest 62-0. FCS Midwest, a.k.a. Arkansas Pine Bluff. Take a look at the team stats here. Missouri had the edge in first downs 31-4. Total offense 634-61. They didn't even have 100 yards total offense. Rushing yards 357-14. Passing yards 277-47. Third down conversion percentage 33% to 7%. Turnovers, neither team had a turnover, so that was good. And time of possession absolutely dominated by Missouri, almost a 10-minute advantage there. Take a look at the player stats. Austin Simmons finishes 17 of 23 for 253 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. For FCS Midwest, Myrick Jackson III finishes 12 of 21 for 47 yards, no touchdowns, but no interceptions. Leading rusher for FCS Midwest is Donald Creighton. He had 8 carries for 26 yards. And of course, from Missouri, Ahmad Hardy with a monster game, 21 carries, 265 yards, 4 rushing touchdowns. Absolutely incredible. Leading receiver for Missouri, I guess we'll give it to Caden Lee. 2 catches for 102 yards, 1 touchdown, though Brett Norfleet did have 7 catches for 64 yards and 2 touchdowns. FCS Midwest leading receiver was Jashawn Burdett, 4 catches for 24 yards for him. Leading blocker for FCS Midwest was Jalen Lockwood with 3 pancakes. For Missouri, it was a tie between Jack Lang and Tom Bates, each with 8 pancakes. Defensive leaders for the Tigers, Elijah Dotson and Jeremiah Beasley tied for the team lead in total tackles with 8 each. Malik Bryant led the team in tackles for loss with 3. He also led the team in sacks with 2.5. And no interceptions for the Tigers. For FCS Midwest, no interceptions. Jason Norman had the only sack. Alex Harbone led the team in tackles for loss with 2. And in total tackles, Savio Smith led the team with 9. Kicking for FCS Midwest, no kicks attempted whatsoever. For Missouri, Blake Craig made both of his field goal attempts. He had a long of 56. He's also 8 of 8 on extra point attempts. Punting for Missouri, Mark Shanuda had 2 punts for an average of 52 yards per punt. For FCS Midwest, Blake McEnroe, I guess, had 12 punts for an average of 56 yards per punt. Pretty good average for him. Kick returns for FCS Midwest, Shaquille Jenkins had 5 returns for an average of 14.2 yards per return, and Sam McMoon had 3 returns for an average of 17 yards per return. For Missouri, Malay Fanoti had 1 return for 22 yards. Punt returns for Missouri, Malay Fanoti had 7 returns for an average of 9.4 yards per return, and Demarion Folks had 2 returns for an average of 14 yards per return. And for FCS Midwest, Jimmy Brent had 1 return for 7 yards. Looking at the scoring summary, Missouri kind of took their foot off the gas in the second half, but in the first quarter, they get a 38-yard touchdown run from Ahmad Hardy, a 6-yard touchdown pass from Austin Simmons to Brett Norfleet, a 53-yard touchdown pass from Simmons to Caden Lee, and then a 6-yard touchdown pass from Simmons back to Brett Norfleet. It was 28-0 Missouri at the end of the first quarter. The second quarter, Ahmad Hardy gets a 2-yard touchdown run, followed by an 80-yard touchdown run. And then Missouri gets a 44-yard field goal from Blake Craig, and it was 45-0 at halftime. In the third quarter, Missouri gets a 7-yard touchdown run from Ahmad Hardy. That made it 52-0 going into the fourth quarter. And in the fourth quarter, Missouri gets a 12-yard touchdown run from Ricky Burns and a 55-yard field goal from Blake Craig. That gives Missouri the dominant 62-0 victory over FCS Midwest / Arkansas Pine Bluff. Ahmad Hardy looks like a Heisman contender, folks. And Missouri, just against an FCS team, but they look the part of a top 25 team today. Headline says defensive dominance. Missouri's defense overwhelms, frustrates FCS Midwest in shutout victory. Of course, the players of the game, Ahmad Hardy for Missouri and Donnell Creighton for FCS Midwest. Missouri was a much higher rated team. And you can see the team schedule there. They win 62-0. They've got the rivalry against the Kansas Jayhawks coming up next week. That'll be in Lawrence. So that'll be a big one for Missouri. Next game coming your way will be FCS Southeast at Central Florida. We'll see how former Nebraska head coach Scott Frost does in his second year back at Central Florida. But from Columbia, Missouri, the Missouri Tigers get the huge win, 62-0 over FCS Midwest / Arkansas Pine Bluff to kick off 2026. And we will see you next time.